Joe Joe just said yesterday's price is not today's price. That's how you say it, right? Well, today's price is not yesterday. Anyway, the $500 tier you say is way too low. The $500 tier is way too low, and they trying to put it on, man. Mark Lamont Hill, man, you killing, man. Mark, you doing your thing, man. Mark, you nah. See what's going on is you gotta peep game. If I allow everybody to just simply pay $500 and just not only because it went from clips to we're just reposting the pod, and then if you get 10 to 20 Mark Lamont Hills that can just repost a nice amount of like a 10-minute 15-minute clip and just repost a lot of them, you kind of get a gist of what the Patreon or the episode was like. You may not have to go to the full episode. Now if you somebody like me, I gotta watch the whole episode, I gotta listen to the whole episode, Patreon, all that. But somebody that may be on the go may feel like, all right, what page can I go to kind of just get like a summary, if you will, of what last week's episode was, especially if you somebody that's listening to the spaces, and you feel me, the after hours and the JBP girlies and the JBP after, like there's a certain perspective you'll gain from listening to the pod after the pod. So if you miss an episode and then you catch Joe Budden talking on spaces, and like he's talking to, like, I think Micah and Dub and Dan, you feel me, and they having a convo, and they just like, yeah, man, them last two episodes is kind of I don't know, man, thing is kind of mid, dog. You know what I'm saying? And Joe was like, well, what you mean? Like, you know, it was the guests and all of that. And they like, yeah, we didn't really come for guests, bro. Like we kind of like, we here to watch you and your dogs pop y'all shit, talk y'all shit, go back and forth, debate, talk about each other, make jokes, you know, that type of energy. That's what we looking for, right? All right, boom. So when you peep the next couple of episodes, that's exactly what you got. You feel me? If I'm not mistaken, one episode they just shooting, firing, back and forth. Next episode they playing truth or truth. Nobody ain't finna say and tell me that's something that's just out of the air. No, that's Joe being in the field with everybody, seeing what, you feel me, like seeing what the crowd and getting the feedback and then applying it in real time. Now, if you somebody that missed the episode and you heard that, you may not even go listen to those interviews or go listen to the episodes that you heard was kind of mid, or at least a full one. If you got clippers that's only paying a $500 and just putting, all right, 10 minutes of like the good stuff, cutting out the dead air. All right, a good little that was crazy lightning. Okay, a good little 7 minutes or 10 minutes of more good stuff, cutting out the dead air. You feel me? Like, you get a summary. You literally get a summary of the episodes. Some people may not even pay the $25 to get the Patreons because you getting it clipped up on YouTube. Enough clips. So Pete, if I'm paying $500 and I done clipped up this part, and now my page booming, and now I'm another clipper, and I see, damn, like that video is already kind of doing what it's supposed to be doing. So let me find another good juicy part of the Patreon episode or whatever, and let me throw that. All right, boom. Then if you got 5 to 10 clippers, 20 clippers, and they're clipping up different parts of the episodes, you feel me, and they're like loading their pages. Why should I have to pay $25 to go watch the Patreon when I could just watch the clips? This is what people are thinking, not me. You know what I'm saying? JBP for life, baby. I'm Patron. You know what I'm saying? But you got people who will really say, it's a little hot. You got people who will say, well, what's the point of me having all right, cool. Netflix just upped to 30. I could save on the, all right, boom, pay Netflix. All right, YouTube talking about the 20. All right, okay, cool. Let me knock the new YouTube down, or I could pay the YouTube. I'd rather pay the YouTube, say the fact. This is what people thinking now. And it's funny because a person going, oh, that's broke nigga. And it was like, boy, you think the world is rich? You think the majority of the world is out here balling like that? No. The majority of the world is out here going to work, coming home, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and then using the JBP as an escape. That's what that is. If you want to keep it 1,000, the people with all the money got to stay rich to make the money. So they ain't got time to sit down and listen to a 3-hour pod. If you want to really break it down, no, there's a niggas on the road, driving, at work, in these offices, in these warehouses, playing the pod all day long. So that 25 really does, it's not just a 25. It's a get me through my work shift. It's a get me through my day. It's a, I don't feel like listening to this whack music. Let me throw on a pod. That's what it is. But if you got people clipping up this pod for the 500, you get enough of those people, that Patreon goes down. That's how I see it. And what Mark Lamont Hill is showing is, oh, it works. It's just how you do it. So you don't think people sitting back studying Mark? Hold on now. Wait a minute now. Just how they did Dan. It wasn't nobody clipping up Joe Budden. Now that I knew of before Dan, that really put it in a structured way where it was like, I'm watching this. This is what it is, y'all. It's my opinions. And he's built the whole brand off that. So you don't think, what if that's one person? That's a problem to where Joe had to incorporate you. There was a storyline. If you peep the storyline, it went from, man, who is this nigga? If you watch it, it wasn't, man, who the hell is Dan? Who was the stop team? Who was this guy? Then it went to, all right, I see you, buddy. You out there making a little noise. Then it went to, hey, man, don't say his name. Because now he's gotten, people are listening. Once you get that influence, then you become a slight threat. It went past don't say his name to, hey, Dan, what's up, dog? What's up? Go ahead, clip it up, homie. Da, da, da. It went past that to, you hear Joe and Dan on the Spaces Convos, da, 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 da. It went past that to when they first dropped the JBP community site. Dan's one of the only people being followed. Dan is now included inside of this brand, whether you want to like it or not. That's what it is. So you don't think Joe going sitting back and going, all right, peep now. That's one person. What happens when I get 10 Dans? 10 Dans that's clipping for the 500. I gotta up it. I can't just make it 500 because a nigga that's working can if he really want to make, especially with YouTube and the watch hours. And man, what you like? That's a play. Do the math. It makes sense. You feel me? So no, we can't have it to where, oh, 500 and I throw up a 10-minute Joe Budden clip. I done did that 10 times. That's an hour, dog. Is that an hour? That's not an hour. I can't count. Don't tell Joe I did that because I was laughing when he said 5 + 9 was 8. I'm sorry. That's 100 minutes. That's an hour and 40 minutes, man. You feel me? It's an hour and 40 minutes. Damn near half the pod. I got half the pod on my page with clips for the 500. What you think they gonna do? So now them people will rather not pay Joe 25 and then come to my page and just pay nothing and watch my clips. And I'm getting paid. I'm taking money. You feel me? Great idea. Great idea. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. All right, shut it down. You can tell Joe's like, okay, that was cool. Great engagement. Even if it's a temporary thing, everybody now, instead of just the crowd saying, typing in JBP, I got clippers typing in me going live. It makes sense, but nah, yeah, I agree with the up in the 5. Why haven't I paid the 5? I can pay the 5. Shut me out. If I clip the pages, right? Excuse me. If I clip the pages, clip the pod, and then I put a clip on the page, I feel like, oh nah, they're not coming to watch the Go Time TV 305 YouTube channel. They're coming to watch the Joe Budden podcast, right? Now here's the gift and the curse with that. You gotta peep, like, that's not like, if you're just watching, if you just clipping the pod, yeah, it's good. You get watch hours, you can get paid off of it, but I feel like that hurts your YouTube channel in the long run. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a way you do it. Yeah, we gonna talk about the pod. Yeah, we gonna give our reactions. But if I just solely go, okay, now I'm putting more money into Joe's pocket than I am into mine's pocket, into my pocket. And of course, yes, I can get the ROI on the 500 if I only focus on the pod. So you get, it's like you become a branch of the Joe Budden podcast. You know what I'm saying? Family tree. And it's like you can hurt your brand like that. That's just my belief. You get what I'm saying? I feel like, nah, talking about it, let's give our reviews, give our reactions, do our whole nine, you feel me? But to say I'm just gonna clip up the pod, put the pod on my page for people to watch the pod, it's like, no, you just look like low key, you become another Joe Budden podcast sub channel. Great idea, but for the person that's trying to build their brand to be their brand, nah, I don't see that. Rock with Joe, but yeah, I don't like Dan, rock with Dan, but Dan is an extension of the Joe Budden podcast to me. Dan, like, we feel me, like, we seen what Dan did, and no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? But we seen Dan trying to branch off and do his pod. You feel me? We seen Dan do the interviews and do different things, right? But it's like, yeah, Dan, we want to hear you talk about Joe. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear you talk about the pod. We want to hear your breakdowns. Joe Budden says that's what we here for. You feel me? Like, because that's what you have branded yourself to be. So that's why you will see me. Yeah, I get crazy reactions and great engagement when I talk about the Joe Budden podcast, but to say I'm finna just clip it, throw it on the page and then focus on that is like, nah, boy, you kind of tying your hands with that. I refuse to do that. Like, I want to talk about the game and Drake. Like, I want to talk about the shit that Joe Budden podcast talk about. Not just the Joe Budden podcast. You get what I'm saying? So that, yeah. So I feel like, and I just peeped with the watch hours too. So like, it makes sense if you're trying to throw your watch hours up, right? But no. Because what happens when I want to get on here and talk to y'all about something crazy that Charleston White did? But I got a whole bunch of subscribers that's like, yeah, we here for the Joe Budden podcast. If Dan's go to try to talk about something that Lil Wayne doing, you literally see the followers start dropping. You watch it, you see it start dropping. So I don't want to get caught up in that. I'm cool. It's cool to have Joe shout you out the whole night. Ray Daniels and Wayno going back and forth. I want to talk about that. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm about to go because I'm off break. I said I was going to do 10 minutes. I did 12. Way too long. And they said that this thing going to let you start playing the games on here. Like, subscribe, comment. If you disagree, that's cool. We could debate. I keep telling y'all, but I don't think y'all really want. I'm starting to think y'all a little scared of that smoke, because we could debate, but I ain't seen nobody debating, because either y'all be agreeing with your boy or y'all disagreeing and y'all don't really want that smoke, but y'all want that